WQAQ, from the underground up.
Nine hours of sports talk. Just the way you guys like it. Hard hitting. Smacking. Back and forth debate. Hot topics. Big battles. Who's gonna win? And who's gonna lose? 9 hours of sports in your face. Start after this great rap. Teeing it up is next.
Sitting up, UAQ, 98.1 FM, J Shill's poppin'.
Teeing it up's just plain old facts. Chili hits shots like Drano Max. Is it golf? Is it ball? Is it soccer, son? You know he's talking about sports, so the job is done. It's like you need to go to school. You sound like an idiot. Do you watch sports, man? Even just a little bit? Tune in, get your head spun right while I drop this track like Red Run.
Teeing it up, the time has come, and in 2 hours, I'll be done. All the sports that you play will be talked about on the show today. Basketball, baseball, and some football, all are on J Shill's roll call. They say this show is the best. Teeing it up is next.
Live from the WQAQ studios in Hamden, Connecticut, this is Teeing It Up with Jeremy Schilling. WQAQ.
Good afternoon. This is the world. The entire world can hear us from Mississippi to Malaysia, if they so choose.
And are they so choosing?
I have no idea. But I have a special guest here with us, Andrew Vazzano, who is, I am so honored and privileged, and I feel like I'm in great company. Journalism professor, director of the graduate program, radio personality, TV personality, internet blogger, and host of an NPR radio show. Professor Rich Hanley is with us.
You betcha. It's good to be here among the great ones of radio.
Well,
Jay Schill.
It's my pleasure to have you, Professor. How are you?
Had a great weekend because the Giants won and the Cowboys lost. Does not get any better than this.
That is so true.
All you Giant fans hate the Cowboys.
I can't imagine ever wanting to see that team do anything but lose.
You know, I said this to somebody today. Tony Romo has really not been the same since he bobbled the snap in the wild card game on that field goal.
No, he hasn't.
He has not.
And the question now is that, is he a playoff caliber quarterback? Can he lead a team to a playoff win? And I guess after yesterday's game is, can he lead the Cowboys to a regular season win?
Ooh. I mean, you have third and fourth and goal from the what? That was the 2?
Something like that.
The 2 to 3. You have to get that ball in the end zone.
It's a layup, Jeremy. It's a layup.
You could do it. You could do it. I could do it. So this is Teeing It Up with Jeremy Schilling from Monday, October the 5th, 2009. Andrew Vazzano of the Republicans.com, GM of the Chronicle, Mets manager of Baseball Digest, is with us. I'm Jeremy Schilling at jshill.wordpress.com. Your radio show, Professor, is...
Politics, Burgers, and Beer, WNPR. Thursdays at 3 o'clock, worldwide, WNPR.org.
My dad has been interviewed by NPR in the past for his work on Wikipedia.
I hope he said good things about us.
He enjoyed his interview. So, he was on with I think it was All Things Considered.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Or Allison Stewart, former MSNBC personality, who now substitutes for Rachel Maddow on the Rachel Maddow Show.
She's
I just like
terrific.
saying that
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
I have no opinion of Rachel Maddow, but I just like saying the name.
Yeah.
It comes out well off the tongue.
She's a great radio personality. Great TV on TV as well.
Doesn't she look like Mark Teixeira? Just a little bit.
Who?
Rachel Maddow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There is a little bit of a correlation. Let's start off, though, not with football while you're here, because I sat in your office during spring training last year.
Yes, you did.
And I saw your TV there, and I asked what the purpose of this TV was, and you said...
I can't remember. That was last spring. Probably to watch the Yankees beat the Red Sox or watch the Mets lose.
Oh, well.
You said it's there so I can watch my day games
Yes.
of my Yankees when I'm
Yeah,
at work.
That's right. So when the TV's on, like playoffs, to say
Yes.
yes, that's right.
Yes, for these 6:07 starts.
the 6:07
Wonderful
starts.
time, folks.
I know.
For Wednesday
Have
and
they
Friday.
announced the playoff schedule times?
Yes.
They have. Okay.
Wednesday and Friday is 6:07. The Sunday game is TBA, but the thought process is the Yankees are going to be at a Midwestern team on Sunday.
Okay.
And the Red Sox are going to be home. So you would think
yeah.
that TBS would most likely put the Red Sox in prime time because of the higher market and stick the Yankees in the day slot.
Yeah. And you got to have the Fenway Park is a great prime
Oh,
time.
it's a great thing with the
background,
lighting and the
sure.
monster
the whole
seats.
thing,
And
yeah.
It's a beautiful venue. So let's first incorporate Andrew before we talk about happy things.
Thank you.
You guys swept the Astros yesterday.
Hey, sweeping the Astros, going out on a high note.
Yeah.
You
New
swept
York
them.
Mets baseball.
And the next day they fired 2 coaches.
I'm sorry, my dad was on the Bryant Park project, not All Things Considered. Excuse me. But yes, you fired 2 coaches. Who did you fire today?
Luis Alicea and Sandy Alomar Sr. Sandy Alomar Sr. will be reassigned somewhere in the organization
Wasn't
now.
he a bench coach?
He was the bench coach, correct.
And he was working with Santos and Schneider and...
Manuel actually blamed the lack of double plays and or poor defense a lot on Alomar's shoulders, which is throwing him under the bus.
So why wasn't he fired months ago?
Who are you going to bring in?
I have no idea, but if you're that disgruntled with somebody, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I think assistant coaches and bench coaches and hitting coaches are overrated in baseball.
You really think so?
I really do. I think these guys are schooled in the fundamentals. I mean, really, when they play in Little League or they play in their town leagues up through the different levels in A, AA, and AAA. I think those guys are more in place just to make sure that people show up for batting practice, people show up for fielding practice, and people are paying attention more than
Really?
more
That's
than
interesting.
showcasing skills. Yeah, I just think it's in. You have those guys to fire those guys, and I think they all know that they take the hits for some of the things. And the Mets, I mean, the Mets got bad luck. I mean, they had a bad.
You can't
bad
judge
run with
this team.
injuries.
To say the least.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
think you can judge this team.
The problem that the Mets had is even when they had AAA guys, AA guys coming in to fill in the positions, they were still playing poor fundamental baseball.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
that's why they've already fired the Binghamton coach from AA.
There you go.
It looks like they're going to be hiring Wally Backman is the latest thing. So he might
Wasn't
be.
he the guy who had the big...
He was hired at Arizona. Then the Times published the article that he had a DUI. He had been he'd been arrested at his home a few
He's
days.
not the guy in the Braves organization who had the big...
No, that is no.
flip out?
No, Wally
No.
Backman is the hero of the 1986. One of the heroes of 1986.
Oh.
He was gonna manage Arizona a few years ago, and then a few days after he was hired, reports came out that he had not disclosed his DUI, and Arizona quickly canned him. He actually went on to manage the Peanuts in a league that lasted for only a year. He was profiled in playing for Peanuts, which was a really good documentary. It aired on SNY for a while, but now it looks like he might be back, according to John Heyman.